If you
Yeah.
press the screen near the bottom, it should show the camera icon. And it's going to probably have a line
Oh,
through
yeah,
it.
yeah, 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 yeah. I got it. I got it.
Okay, there we
Ah,
go. All right.
perfect.
Okay, Chris, I just want to make a quick adjustment to your thingy here.
Mm-hmm.
As I say,
My camera.
yeah. Okay. All right, Chris, there we
Is it
go.
straight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
Chris.
using my phone, so yeah.
No, I used my phone last time
It
I was with you.
yeah. It's all like last minute setup.
Ah, no, it's fine, man. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, I'm
Okay.
just going
I'm
to
ready.
click go live.
Yeah.
Doing this quickly, and we transition. And everyone watching currently is going to be listening to music whilst there's a full on-screen countdown timer going for them.
Okay. Is this live on YouTube?
It's live on YouTube, so yeah, we are going
Okay.
to be doing this live. It's the best part.
Perfect.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way I look at it is that the guys joining us are able to ask us questions. They're able to do all of that.
Yeah.
And to me, that is what we need.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
There's like many people, doing the same thing too.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
The way I look at it, it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The chats are disabled, but hopefully people in the comments will post some questions and that. So you know what? If we don't get this one right, it's a little bit of a learning curve for me because I've never done an organized stream. Put it that way.
Okay. Is this your very first time? Doing this stream live?
Doing it pre-set up like this. It's the first time doing pre-set up like this. Live chat is disabled for this live stream.
Yeah. How did you do it before?
So literally, I just sent out messages as we went live, like, guys, we are live. Join. So yeah, it's a bit of a.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect. Just have fun, enjoy the weekend. Talk about ball pythons or like whatever that we can come out with.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I definitely messed up somewhere because there's no option for chats. Let's see if I can quickly YouTube Studio. I've never had it where the chats and that are disabled. So let's quickly see if we can do something here. So
sure.
Yeah, so we've still got 30 seconds before I kick in. So options. Okay. All right, I'm just going to have to be apologetic to everyone to say, sorry, guys, the chat's been disabled for some reason.
Yeah.
It won't happen. You know what? We can just, between the two of us, I think we can talk nonsense for about 40 minutes completely.
Yeah. Why don't you do it through Skype? It's much easier.
When we finished and okay, Chris, we're gonna go live in 2, 1. All right, so Chris, we are now live. Everyone's on YouTube watching. To those watching on YouTube, I do apologize. The chats are disabled. I don't know what the issue was there, but I'm definitely going to be fixing that for the next coming sessions. So to those watching, we are live with Chris from DeadMouze.com. Some of you may have seen in the past, Chris and I have actually done a session before on his channel. So this time around, it's a bit of a reverse roles. So
it's my turn now.
It's your turn to be interviewed. Chris, do you mind just telling everyone about you and DeadMouze?
You mean like me personally, or about DeadMouze?
About how you started DeadMouze and that.
It's like really weird because like not many people know that I used to hate snakes, And then back in 2005, I believe, yeah, 2005, 2006, a best friend of mine got me this ball python. And then I was like, you gotta be crazy. So, and then it was a bumblebee, a really, really ugly bumblebee.
Okay.
And then, and then, like everything else, started from there, because, from like hating snakes and then kind of like get curious, like how it works or things like that. Because before, I had no idea if we can make these cool combos, because I thought it's like a shoes, like Jordan shoes or like Kobe shoes. There's like they have like so many colorways, right? But you have to buy it. I didn't know if we can make them.
Yeah.
That's where really get me interested and get me like really obsessed about it per se. And then and then the rest is history.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I must say, I was actually sitting on Morph Market today looking at your page and what you had for sale. And I was like, dude, my jaw was on the floor. That's all I'm going to say, especially when I saw that Cypress disco of yours. I mean, you and I have chatted in the past about stuff. And I mean, I'm super keen on the Mackenzie project.
Yeah.
But, we still need to chat about one of those for me.
Yeah, sure. Anytime.
Right. So Chris, I know for you this is like a hobby and that as well, because you've got a full-time job. Now, one of the things is that I started this channel to get the South African community to know each other and for people overseas to speak about themselves to the South African community. And generally the sessions are very interactive. Again, I do apologize to the people watching that the chats are disabled. I do apologize about that. I think there was something I did there in the pre-setup. But Chris, as I said, it's now for a chance for you to expose yourself to the South African market and generally the South African market to ask the breeders overseas the questions. So I know more or less what a lot of the questions that get asked are. So I'm just going to repeat their questions if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So first thing that always comes up in this type of conversation is, what is your preferred recessive project?
What my preferred recessive project? I'm really heavy on Sunset right now.
Yeah, no, I know you're working big time with the Sunset.
Yeah, I'm really happy because I'm still believe, there's so many things that you can do with that thing, because I know, the price is kind of like, came down a little bit because these people, who just acquired, like the hats or like, whatever, they don't have so much skin in the game, right, per se. So they don't really care about the market or that, like the, the future value. That's kind of like the problem sometimes. That's probably one of the main reason when I release like a like a new morph or like new project, I'm very, very selective on picking the buyers. I don't really care about the money because I have the money. I don't really care about the money. So what I care is about like what's gonna happen next on that particular project, if that makes sense to you, because like not many people really understand this the whole scenario, right? Because look at it this way: when I release let's say like a new project, right, I need to make sure if that person who invested in that project gonna make the money back, you know what I mean? And then the second person gonna make money back too. So it is my best interest to make sure if the market is stable. So that's why I don't want to like release to like these big breeders that just want to have like a quick buck, or which end up going to crash the market or that particular project.
Okay. So basically you want to protect your buyers more than anything else.
Yeah, because it's not about me, because like for me, I already make my money back on the first the first batch, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if I get like 3-5 buyers, I already make my money back, so I don't really care technically in that scenario, right? But that's not how I do things.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. Sorry, I just had somebody trying to phone me, and everyone knows in the reptile community, this is like a no-go time. Don't get a hold of me. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's. I know you're very big on the sunset. The last time you and I chatted, we chatted big time about the Sunset Project,
Yeah.
and I definitely want to have a chat with you when we stop
Yeah.
the YouTube stream. I've got a few things to show you that I would love
Sure.
to get your input on.
Yeah.
But Chris, obviously, you want to
Yeah.
work a lot with the double recessives. I'm assuming with
Yeah.
with the Sunset Project.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I must say, the other day on Instagram, I saw an orange dream spider sunset. I think it was. I had to recall my brain there. I can't remember who the breeder was, but I mean, when I saw that thing, that was very impressive. So it's still a
Orange Dream
project.
Spider Sunset.
Yeah, I've got to find the image again. I can't remember where I saved it.
Oh, I think it could be Chase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you might be right. I've just got to, as I say, I've got to go check. But that is the gold and the oranges in that project and that combo is unbelievable, and I can definitely see why people are so interested in it. But other than the sunset, what is your next favorite recessive? And please don't tell me Desert Ghost. I'm assuming you're going to say Desert Ghost.
Oh no.
Okay.
No. Yeah. DG, it's great, but I think it's oh, I should probably never say this because people are gonna hate me. I think it's overrated. It is cool. I get it because there's so many people are working on it, and then it is their best interest to make sure if they hype the project, right? But I mean, to be honest with you, like the more I see it again when I compare, like DG and then, like the regular Orange Ghost, I like Orange Ghost better because it doesn't really expose the color, that pattern, that pixelation of the combos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because DG for like for a certain for like a certain gene, it works beautiful, like magic, like like really really good. But the problem is, like DG doesn't really work good with like a dark snake, and then so let's say like DG yellow belly, GHI, it looked just like a regular, like a blushing GHI. I mean, it doesn't look like whoa,
Yeah.
But again, that's my opinion. I do have the project. I'm not really heavy onto it, but yeah. So to answer your question, sorry, I'm just like
No, it's fine.
rambling around. The other one is I like puzzle.
Puzzle.
Yeah, not because I want to make super pasta puzzle. A lot of people like have this like pastel this, pastel that. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I have another project that I call it Octane. I haven't released anything just yet, and then it looks like Confusion, Granite Spotnos, kind of like mixed together.
Okay.
So I pictured that with puzzle project, and then maybe clown. Yeah. So yeah, nice. I'll show you some of the picture. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm excited to see that. Chris, talking of puzzle, there's a breeder here in South Africa called DJ, Reptiles for Centuries. He actually hatched the leopard spider puzzle clown a few years back, and that thing is impressive. When you get a chance, you should go check out his page, Reptiles for Centuries. He's got a lot of stuff that he's working on quite a bit.
I think I know that guy.
Yeah, he's awesome guy. He was actually the first person that I did an interview with on here. So it's going to be
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I think next time around, what my plan on doing is actually doing like a group chat where we've got a few people going. I think that could be a bit of fun.
Just let me know.
No,
I'll be in town, for like this summer, I think.
Okay.
Because I've been like, I'm traveling, and then it's really sketchy right now because there's some COVID-19 nonsense. So I have to be like really careful too. So, but I'll be in town for a while.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming I can guarantee you one thing: your laws for COVID-19 from the government are a lot less crazy than some of the ones we're living with here at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Because they banned alcohol, they banned tobacco.
Oh.
Because apparently it spreads the virus. So
No, that's not true at all. Unless
no,
you share the, like the bottles or the glass, but no,
yeah,
alcohol doesn't really.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean that
yeah,
was their whole logic and their thinking is that people share alcohol and cigarettes,
no,
and that I'm
no,
going,
yeah,
who shares
yeah,
their alcohol? The alcohol's important. You don't share
yeah.
that stuff.
The problem is, like right here, if we ban the alcohol and the like cigarette, it's gonna be chaos.
Hmm.
A lot of people already depressed, like right here. I mean, I don't know if you watch the news, but there was like a riot here in California, in Los Angeles,
Yeah,
not too far from where I live too.
yeah. I've been watching all that, the
Yeah.
riots and that going over there. But yeah, let me tell you one thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us learned very quickly here in South Africa how to make our own alcohol.
Oh,
We were making
yeah.
beer from pineapples, apples. I even made red
Oh,
wine from red grape juice.
yeah. Oh, wow.
So we definitely became innovative during that time. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, we slowly trying to go back to a normal situation. But I mean, is anything ever
Yeah.
going to
It will
be
be
normal?
tough. It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, no, definitely. Um, but Chris, the next thing I wanted to ask you as well. So, like we've spoken about your
Mm-hmm.
favorite recessive and your next favorite. Um,
Yeah.
what is that one gene out there at the moment that you definitely want to add to your collection that
Mm-hmm.
is often overlooked, but you think has potential?
Recessive, right?
Recessive, codominant,
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Mm, recessive. I think I have it all.
Yeah.
uh, Dominant. Hold on. Okay. So things that I don't have, but I see there's a potentials, and I might, consider adding that particular project to my collection. That's a really tricky question. Hold on. There's not many up there. There's none actually. Hold on. Let me think. Um, you're talking about like the new one, right? Or the old one?
New or old or anything. For like myself, as the example,
Mm,
I see a lot of potential in the
yeah.
nanny gene. The nanny gene,
Nanny Jean? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's been overlooked for so long, but I think it's going to
Yeah.
come up and going to be the next
Yeah.
wow gene.
Yeah. Nanny, it's a part of that granite complex. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah. So, but for some reason, that particular line or like nanny express more of that granite type looking animal.
yeah,
That's why.
yeah.
But yeah, I have it here. So but granite, yeah. Wookie, I just got Wookie, not long ago, and then that's pretty interesting. And then what else kind of like new, but like going under the radar. Mario, nah, not that good looking Mario, just like a regular stuff.
Well,
Um,
between you and me, I'm
yeah.
sitting with Mario here as well.
Oh, you got it from Justin?
I did, yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
actually pairing him up with a Desert Ghost female this season to see if he proves to be
mm,
Desert Ghost.
yeah.
So I mean, I think that could, because I've seen the Super Mario Desert Ghost, and
Mm-hmm.
that thing is that
You
that
like it,
that
huh?
I like it because it keeps like
Yeah,
those
okay.
awesome Desert Ghost colors. But
Uh,
again, yeah, we won't talk about
yeah.
Desert Ghost because the Desert Ghost has become very popular here.
Yeah,
Um, but
they're great gin, and then there's so many cool combos. But it just, I mean, like again, like anything that I say is based on my personal opinions
yeah,
because I don't want big readers like, oh, why you said that, whatever.
but I mean that's what these are all about. These are all
Yeah,
these type of sessions are all
yeah,
about your opinion. I mean, that's what
yeah,
it is. You're not here to please anyone.
yeah.
It's you speaking
Oh
from the
yeah, yeah,
heart.
yeah,
It's what I do
yeah,
all
yeah,
the time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not really, like scare or like worry about like what other people think. I don't really care, but I just want to kind of like, I don't want to get involved with the drama, all the
Mm,
nonsense, because like since day one I just do what I love. I don't really care what people think, what people say, you know
yeah.
and then so far, knock on wood, it seems like my theory is always right.
Yeah. No.
Because I study this hobby like, you know, from top to bottom, like all the scenarios. I already studied, so I already know like what's gonna happen, market wise, value wise, potential wise, anything. So yeah.
No, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But talking of like the new co-dominant genes and that, what are your thoughts on the stranger gene? Are you sitting with that, or is that something you've been thinking
Yeah.
about?
I do have the M project, but not the M visual. But you know, I love Roland. He's a super nice guy. And then when I first, you know, look at that, you know, Stranger Farm, this is like a couple of years back. I just don't see the value there, to be honest with you. But then again, my, you know, like my background is a businessman, so
Yeah.
I look at things not because you know, I don't want to spend the money just to show off my animals. That's not my intention. Again, you know, you know, like I'm in the hobby not just to, you know, just to become famous and then, you know, whatever. Because I'm looking at the value. Let me explain. So when I look at that project, I mean, I get it. It's a new hot, you know, like more forever, right? But like paying, you know, like 50 for the males, I just don't, you know. If it was like recessive, yes, I get it. I mean, if I see the potential, I don't mind in investing the money or spend the money.
Okay. Sorry.
But looking back,
Chris, sorry, just hold on one second.
it's okay.
I've just got a message just to say, for some reason your mic hasn't been transmitting to YouTube. So to everyone watching, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the stream on YouTube. Chris and I are going to continue, and I will edit and upload the session by tomorrow morning. All right. So to everyone watching, it's a bit of a flop. I apologize.
Okay.
No. I'm apologizing to the people. So guys, I'll set something up so that you guys can watch the rest of the session tomorrow. I apologize, but Chris, you and I, we're still going to go talk. We're going to talk our nonsense and get a full hour in. So to everyone watching, I apologize again. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there we go. I've stopped the session. This is but it's because it's weird, because like everything's registering on my side, but it's not pulling through to them. But anyways, I'm recording everything here, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Whenever I do these sessions, I'll always record the session too.
Yeah.
So
this is why we should do it through Skype.
No,
Zoom sucks.
So what it is I'm using Zoom to communicate, but I'm using OBS to do the scene setup and push it across.
You can use you know, like OBS through Skype too, you know, right?
Yeah,
it's much easier. I mean, I have I have another guy that actually helping me with the whole setups and everything. But from what I see, you know, like using Skype, it's much better because it's easier to edit, and then the quality of the picture, like the video, is much better.
Yeah.
I can be wrong, but you know, what do I know?
No, it's fine. You know what, Chris? These things happen. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, just roll with it, you know.
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches, man. You got to roll with the punches.
I like it like this too. Like, you know, keep it raw.
Yeah.
Bunch of mistakes, like, you know, technical difficulties. It's fine.
But I mean, that's why I say tomorrow I'm going to be editing and slapping this thing back up onto YouTube, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll share on my channel too, like all the link and everything.
Let me. Whilst I'm thinking about it, let me just quickly post a message on WhatsApp to everyone. Sorry, guys, about the audio issue. Okay, there we go. Just said, there you go. Sorry, guys, about the audio issue. I'll upload tomorrow. They can watch it in their own time. But Chris, going back to what we were talking, as I said, at the moment now, everything just didn't want to work today. I don't know why. It's just not. It's not loving me. So
it could be because like so many people, you know, trying to tune in. You know, like a tune in could be. It happens to me like a while back too. Yeah.
You know what? Technical glitches. These things happen.
You are famous, Warwick. That's why. I'm honored to be here.
Hey man, I'm just grateful that
Huh?
you were able to help out in that because yeah, it's can be tough to get guys from overseas to join because I mean they go
Hmm.
like, oh,
Yeah,
well,
the
who's
time
he?
different and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Because I've actually
yeah.
got a guy by the name of Sebastian from Baltimore. He's going to be joining
Okay,
me soon. I've got
sure.
Will from Canadian Reptiles as well. He's actually next
Okay.
weekend.
Mm. I
And
love
then
that guy. Super nice guy.
yeah, I'm just I just want to make sure everything works. I've got a lot
Uh,
of testing to fix by next week.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, like that one, I'm actually pretty excited for. I won't lie. Um,
yeah, yeah,
but yeah, so you were talking to me about the stranger gene before we had these technical
yeah.
issues.
Mm-hmm.
So I get you what you were talking about with regards to being a businessman. You want to look at it from a business point of view and not just
Yeah,
to be that wow person because I have it right here, right now type thing. So
yeah,
I completely
yeah,
get what you're saying there.
yeah.
Um, a friend of mine, Andor from where is he? New York State. Um,
Mm-hmm.
John,
Cool.
also known as Underworld Exotic. Sorry, my brain is like switching off tonight. He actually just picked up the nanny gene. So
Mm,
that's kind of why I was talking to you about him because he's actually sitting with a female that I bought.
mm-hmm.
It's the female that I bought for myself was actually a candy head hypo.
Oh,
So,
nice.
and he's doing a lot of work with the candy. So I just asked him if I buy it, can I send it to him? And yeah, he's looking after that for me. We've got some projects. Unfortunately, I'll talk to you one on one about it, but not for everyone to hear.
Sure,
So
sure.
yeah. And by the way, it's the last time you and I spoke, you suggested to
Mm-hmm.
me that you want to see the candy magma.
Yeah,
Just so you know, I am working on it.
perfect. Beautiful.
Let
Yeah,
me let you in
yeah,
on that one so you know that I am working towards that candy magma
yeah.
because
If you
I
make one like the official, I will buy it from you.
no give me time because
It's
I've
gonna
already
take forever.
hey this is how it rolls. But I've
Yeah,
already sat
it
down
will
and
be very tough.
yeah, I've
Hmm.
already sat down, worked out, I planned the pieces. So I mean that's how I always look at things when it comes to breeding. Is I always plan
Yeah,
everything well in advance.
yeah,
I don't know about how far in advance you plan your projects, but sometimes I sit down and I'm planning 6, 7, 8 years down the line.
yeah,
If the odds are
yeah,
all with me on that one, should I say?
yeah, yeah,
So no, I definitely think that's going to be an
yeah,
awesome project.
yeah.
Um, but
My guess is, that a fire on magma when you add another gene like a candy, it's
yeah,
gonna looks like that orange papaya
hmm,
or wherever. Yeah, I can be wrong,
yeah, no,
but I'll really love that that project. So.
but talking of that, just because
Mm-hmm.
you've mentioned a fire, I think I'm going to add the fire as well on top of the magma candy.
No, 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 no.
Oh, you don't think so?
Don't add the fire because it's gonna wash out that that red like vivid color from the magma. Stay away from the fire.
Okay, the reason why I was saying the fire in that,
Mm-hmm.
I must actually
Mm-hmm.
send you an updated photo of the firefly candy that I've got sitting here.
Mm,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah. Stay away from the fires and stay away from DG.
the the fires actually played a big influence on the candy. It's actually made the purples darker. It's actually
Yeah,
brought out a
yeah,
lot of reds and the oranges in the candy itself.
yeah. But if you do like that, the magma, the red stripe, it's gonna do the job. So you don't need fire.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
No, so I mean that's what these are all about. It's like bouncing ideas off
yeah.
of each other.
Awesome, right? Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, when I must also send you an updated photo of that firefly candy as well, so you can
mm,
check that out.
yeah.
Um,
I have so many messages. I haven't checked like so many because I've been away for a while now. So
hmm, you've been
yeah, I
overseas.
think it's like 300 plus like like messages like, Chris, are you okay? blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I
Yeah.
have to reply to all of them. But yeah,
I'm grateful that you got back to mine very quickly, so I'm happy about that.
I was actually working on like replying some of them, and then I saw yours, because the thing is, when you already had that conversation, it usually goes to the top, there, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And then the one that like random people, it just go all the way to the bottom. So yeah.
yeah. No, well, yeah, I'm still bleak about this whole thing not working because first the chat's aren't working, then the audio's not pulling
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's the way these
Yeah.
sessions go. As you say,
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
it raw,
You
keep
can
it
actually
live.
do. Yeah, you can actually have your followers DM you like on IG, or you can do like IG live right now. So they can send you a bunch of question like live.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be from DM platform if you want to do it.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Yeah.
But next time, between you and me, our work has a Zoom webinar account. I'm actually even just thinking about using the webinar account and just pushing straight through to YouTube. But then I can't make it look cool like I've done, man. Because I'm actually going to take a photo of how the setup should have looked when we were talking, and then I'll send that through to you. But tomorrow when I cut and paste and edit, and we'll make it look just as awesome. So
it looks good from here.
Hey, this is a green
you
screen.
Have like all the logo, everything. I know. Yeah. I can tell.
You can see like on this side, there's like green flecking coming through.
It's like a pixelation, like
no, man,
it's okay. Looks really good. It's awesome.
But
I like it.
It's actually better than the original logo that I had, because let me just see here quickly. Let's see if I still got the old look to it. No, I deleted it. The biggest problem was like this part of the S here, where my hand, wrong hand, that hand, where that hand is, that from above my handle was cut off. So, yeah. Okay. Oh man, this is like just become such a. We've really been derailed off the topic.
Yeah, it's okay. We have plenty of time.
Yeah. So, Chris, going back to the snakes and that. Obviously, you're working a big time with the sunset and that. Are you planning on getting it into the clowns or the pods or?
I already have the project, but I missed like twice. So yeah.
Which, the clown or the pod or both?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happened with the clown is I missed on the art, so everything is like 66%, and then on the pod project the female didn't want to go.
Okay.
So the follicle was there. It's just not meant to be sometimes. But what is his name? Oh, Joel. Yeah, Joel is working on it, and then a couple of my buddies working on it. So if they hatch like the official, I'm probably just gonna get it from them.
Okay. Well,
I'm tired of waiting.
Well, hopefully you share the pictures with me, man, because I'm dying to see that project. I'm dying to see that.
It's just gonna be the same, like for the Sunset Pie. I think it's just gonna be nothing like spectacular. And then I have one is actually have Enchi in the mix, so hopefully it's gonna spread out all that canvas. Yeah. Hopefully, or it's gonna be like more express that red color even more. And then so we'll see. Only time can tell.
Yeah, I definitely think Enchi is a big thing to play in and amongst it, to bring a lot of the pattern in.
Yeah, I already said that since day one, and then people, always, because so this is the original story. So I'm a big fan of Kevin Nerd. That's like for sure. I mean, and then everything that he works on, especially like Enchi, because he was kind of like the pioneer when it comes to Enchi, right? He put Enchi to anything. So I started doing so. So people, every time I say Enchi, they be like, "Oh, of course you work with Enchi because Kevin blah." It's not because it has nothing to do with Kevin.
Yeah.
Because I see the end result, and then the potential that Enchi can bring, and then it's a really cheap morph, So like when it comes to Sunset, I already knew like since day one I need that because actually I got a different male that has the NG, for my sunset project, because I already have the regular, sunset male, and then I end up acquire another one that has the NG because I want to save the time, right? Because I don't want to, keep, breedings and then waiting for like 2 years. Anyway, and then I already knew since day one, like this is gonna, and then I've been, saying it like since day one, like, dude, if you're working with, like with sunset, you need NG. And then there's another breeder that kind of like argue with me, like, oh, no. You need cinnamon because it's gonna darken, the colors and express the, the bright colors. I'm like, it doesn't really make sense. And then now they can see it in person, like when they get, like grow all the way to like 500 grams. When you have like cinnamon, it doesn't look good. I already told them.
Yeah.
But the NG sunset, man, they keep better and better through age.
Yeah, I think I have seen a few NG sunsets, or seen one at least on morph markets. Definitely going to agree with you on that one. I'm excited to see like the Ultramel or the Monarch inside of sunsets. I think the oranges will be definitely brought out a lot more. Yeah. But now here's the question for you: Ultramel, or Monarch?
Monarch.
Why?
Yeah. Ultramel and Monarch, they're not the same.
No, I know that. But
yeah.
Why do you prefer the Monarch over Ultramel?
I like the purple on the Monarch. Yeah, because I know a few. Well, not I know, but I have a theory that that I can make that purple better.
Well, I'll definitely agree with you on Monarch over Ultramel. As babies, I mean, I've seen it in person, so I mean, I can put weight behind my statement here. As babies, I'll take Ultramel over Monarch, but as adults, I'll take Monarch over Ultramel.
I do agree. But then again, the thing is, we're dealing with ball python, and then ball python weakness is they get washed out when they get older, right? That's as a breeders, when you're playing around with all of these genes, you want to make sure you cover that weaknesses, right? That's my goal. Like, what can I do? So let's say if I lay out all of these combos, right? Like all of these ingredients, what can I do to like reduce that, like weaknesses, or delete, or kind of like, play around with all of these genes, right? That's what I do. So that's what I love about this, hobby.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I definitely agree. I mean, there's a lot of things that can still be done with a lot of genetics. I mean, especially as you say, like people overlook NG because it's been in the market for so long. They see it as that cheap animal, but you just need it in the right combination to get it going again. I mean, prime example, going back to you talking about the orange hypos, have a look at it. It was almost like in the US market, from what I could gather, orange hypo and hypo in general is like frowned upon to have in your collection.
Yeah.
And now it's making a massive comeback. So
it's really, really cheap. Well, for now.
For now. It's going to go up just now. But I mean, something as simple as like an NG hypo, to me, is such an awesome look. And then you get the people who've made orange dream hypos and super orange dream hypos. And I'm freaking floored. I mean, there's one person in Europe, Renee, I can't think of what his Instagram handle is. He's working a lot with that hypo gene. And some of the stuff he's popped out, I've commented a few times to him, like, dude, I need to get animals from you. And that's how awesome the projects are that he's dealing. And I mean, I know at one point in time on the European morph market, he had hypo blackhead het puzzle. And I think blackhead in puzzle is going to lead to something awesome. But talking of blackhead, I must say Brock Wagner has just hatched the dream animal that I've been thinking about for a while now, and that's the blackhead candy. I just hope he starts posting updated pics, because I think after a few sheds, and when that thing hits about 300-400 grams, I think those purples are going to be next level. So I'm excited for that project because I mean that was actually one of my projects this season was to make some hits.
Oh yeah.
And because I haven't seen them, and now all of a sudden Brock Wagner's hatched them. I'm like, I like low key hate him, but like at the same time, I'm like so super stoked that these things have been hatched, and now I can see if my thought pattern was right. And I'm pretty sure the key to bringing out deeper, darker purples is the blackhead. I mean, you've seen the blackhead lavenders, and I mean you've seen how those things age, and when it pulls through more purples than lavenders should have, I think it's going to do the same thing for blackhead, for candy.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah. Talking of the blackheads, where do you see that project going? Or is that a bit of a hush-hush in your opinion?
Oh, no. Yeah, I have no... okay, so this is another thing too that, you know, like some readers like, oh, Chris, like why you always, you know, keep everything under the radars? Because here's the thing. Like me, personally, I don't like to come out to the public and then say this and that without having the fact, you know, behind it, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
So everything that I said is already been done. So it's like, I can't prove it to you. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm just coming out, you know, out of like thin air and then say this and that. So that's why I like to keep it, you know, like low key for now. And then once I have all the fact, you know, lining up, then I can, you know, tell the people. But some of my friends, they know what I'm working on. And then on top of that, you know, like not many people have the ingredient that I have. So there's no point of like telling people like what I'm working on, if that makes sense to you. You know?
No, it does.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but are you working on the blackhead projects?
I do.
You
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Now, one of the things with the blackhead is obviously they've got that red gene and the ringer gene hidden in amongst it. What are your thoughts about it? Do you think it's something that is overhyped, or do you think there's some keys to it for future projects?
Yeah, so there's like two things going on here. So the black hat itself, it's you know, it's a really good combo. So for some reason, you know, like there's this gene that you know, like, well, we call it red gene, ringer gene, or like whatever. So it's like, okay, so let's compare it with like hidden gene and you know, hidden gene pomegranate, right?
Yeah.
There's a difference between just a hidden gene and then the one with the granite. You completely different things. So when you make, let's say, Inferno, the one with the granite is gonna pop up, and the one that without the granite, it's just gonna turn brown like really fast.
Yeah.
Okay. So going back to that Black Hat project. So Black Hat, there's like two kinds. So there's just a regular Black Hat, which kind of like, you know, clinging around like on the market right now. That's why they're cheap. But there's another one, the one that has this red gene attached in the mix. The difference is you can see on that alien, you know, face. So the one with the red gene is kind of like floating around.
Yeah.
So the bell is like really washed out. On the black hat itself, without the red gene influence, it's just a regular pale black hat.
Yeah.
And then you can notice the big difference when you make the super. So you make the when you make the super, let's say super black hat without the red gene influence, it just looks like a regular, you know, black hat, but like more darker pattern. However, the one that has the red gene, it's totally completely different thing.
Yeah.
I have one female that super black hat. I think, I mean, I don't know if there's a super red gene, to be honest with you, but some readers, you know, think there's a super red gene. I do not know, to be honest with you. But I have super black hat potential, super red gene, granite. It's beyond belief.
Yeah,
like,
good.
Insane.
Because I've seen on Morph Market with the red gene, I mean, there was somebody posting the other day, I think it was a super blackhead Mojave Enchi red gene. And
is it Albie?
I think so. I think it was.
Albie is super nice guy. Yeah. Yeah, he has that red gene project, and then some of his black hat does have red gene in the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
you have to be like really careful here. You know, like just like anyone else that like watching this or like listening to this, that when there's a different like price range, right? That's the reason why some of the prices like really high, some of the prices are really low. Because when you buying this really questionable or like not really a familiar gene, you have to go with the reputable breeder.
Yeah.
Yes, you can save like $300, $500, whatever, right? But you wasting 3 years, 4 years down the line. So what's the worth of that? $500 within 4 years? It's nothing.
Yeah.
So be really, really careful. There's a reason why some of the price like really cheap, especially like on market. I mean, just like Mackenzie, right? Like my price is like really high, and then some of the breeder price like really high, but there's like one or two just like half of it. Doesn't really make sense at all. So yeah.
No, but definitely
be really careful up there.
Yeah, definitely. When it comes to that Christmas bonus, I'm definitely coming to chat to you about the Mackenzie gene. I mean, dude, you know me. I've been after that project. I mean, last time you and I spoke, I think I just talked your ear off for like half an hour on the Mackenzie gene.
Did I tell you that I have potentially, cross all the fingers, if you would, I should have Super Mackenzie Super Spark pipe.
Wow. That will be awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be massive potential.
I don't remember if I talked to you or talked to someone else. Okay, so I've been kind of like, this is another controversial, a topic too. So I've been kind of like slowly, gradually take away all my yellow belly complex to something that visual and the super doesn't make white snakes, if that makes sense to you. What I mean by that is like this. Yeah, so I've been kind of like replacing this yellow belly of mine to like asphalt, spark, gravels. Because they serve the same purpose, they do the same thing. However, the super is not yellow, not white snake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I definitely do. Because I mean, I'm also trying very hard to move away from the yellow belly. I'm trying to remember who else.
Yellow belly is cool, but I'm just tired looking at ivory.
White snakes, especially when like there's so many other things involved in it, and you go, well, what is it? And that's where it becomes hard. I mean,
I lose a lot of money doing that.
Because I mean, I'm sitting here with pastel hidden gene wormer ivory, and when it was a baby, I could see that there was hidden gene wormer in it. But now, as it's an older, I'm going, well, is it hidden gene wormer or is it just a pastel ivory? And I'm only going to know next year when I breed her. I mean, she was a bit slow to start off because I mean she's 4 years old now, and she's only just hit 900 grams. So she was very slow to start.
Is she like a mice breeder?
Initially, but I've got her on. I've got her onto rats now, and the moment she smells a rat, I literally have to use a hook stick to open her tub, or else my fingers become the food.
That's good. Yeah.
So she's all of a sudden become a very big fan of food. So I'm happy about that.
That's perfect. Yeah. But perfect.
Yeah, it's just something that you've got to work with with these animals. I mean, you know firsthand, and everyone dealing with this knows firsthand. No matter how much you plan, no matter how much you think you're going to hit your goal, it all depends on the animal.
Exactly. Yeah, this is probably one of the reasons. It's really good that you brought up this topic. This is why I love working as a team. And then people don't understand, like, what do you mean by a team? I mean, we are individual breeders. I don't look at it that way. Like you and me, and then like Justin, Ozzy. I don't look them as a different breeders. The way I look at them is like one of my team. Meaning, they're working on like Orange Dream project or like Magma project, and you working on like Candy project, Black Hat project, or whatever, right? So when I shooting for these like insane combos, I need all of these guys, right? So when so I'm gonna take easy examples like a sunset clown. Okay, I missed it, but now that I know how it looks like, I can fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't have to like wasting another year or two, shooting for the same thing. So I'm like, okay, oh, it looks like that. Let me fix it. What can I add into this to make it better?
Yeah. No, definitely
Yeah.
hear you on
So
that one.
yeah. So yeah, I like to work as a team. So I never look at other people as like my competitors or like whatever. So yeah.
Well, I mean, you talk like that. There's actually a group of
Mhm.
us here in South Africa.
Mhm.
It's just three of us.
Mhm.
And I mean, we
Mhm.
bounce ideas off each other like literally every
Mm.
week
Yeah.
and go, so this is
Okay.
my idea for pairing. What do you think about it? No, it's good.
Yeah.
No, it's not good. And
Yeah.
that's how we operate. And it's almost a case of because we're talking now and because our
Mhm.
market and our industry is so much smaller than the American market, that
Yeah.
we are now no longer doubling up on projects. So I will go,
Okay.
okay, you doing, like for example, I'll say I'm doing the Blackhead to Candy project,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
then they will go, okay, well, I was going to do that, but because you're doing it, let me take the Blackhead project in a different direction, or the Candy project in a different direction. So that way
Okay.
we aren't competing against each other, but we actually
Yeah.
subsidizing and helping each other.
Yeah.
And that is
Yeah.
definitely, so you're not fighting this all by yourself. You're actually
Yeah.
working on it and improving on it as a team.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, there's so much, like the upside potential about this. I mean, this hobby, it's unlimited. I mean, beyond reach, probably.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to shoot, let's say, okay, I'm gonna give you like one of my stupid, combos in mind. Okay, I want to make clown pie sunset DG.
Okay.
That's impossible to make. I mean, 4-in-1.
Yeah.
But I have all the pieces in line, right? So if someone make, let's say, sunset, pie, then I can get that, and a sunset clown, I can get that, and then I can mix around that. So that thing alone saved me maybe like 8 years,
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't understand sometimes like these people, like these breeders, talking bad about other people or like trying to bring down them. Like, why would you do that? Like, it doesn't make sense. Work as a team and then create something new that no one ever seen before. That's
Yeah.
the best part of it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
look. Initially, when you gave me the idea of the Magma Candy, I was like umming and ahhing about it. But now that I've actually sat down and thought about it, I definitely am working in that direction.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
you know what?
It's
There's going to
good, right?
be,
Because yeah,
yeah.
a simple idea. So that way I don't have to work on it.
I see how it's done. I see how it's done.
Yeah. It's okay. So just to give you, this is fact. Okay, this is a really this is a real number, not like something. I mean, think about it, right? So let's say if you have one animal, okay, just one animal, yeah. So you feed them. Well, you feed that animals once a week, okay. So 356, yeah, for a year,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so if you spend, let's say, $2, that's almost like $800. Yeah, one
Yeah.
animal. Yeah,
Yeah.
for a year, right? And then you need how many years to breed? 3 years, let's say, right, for females, right?
Yeah.
Times that to three, so 2,400. One animal, 3 years. Am I right?
Yeah.
Times that if you have, let's say, in that particular project, let's say like 10 animals, so times that to 10, and then consider that the odd that you might not hit it. You know what I mean? So
No,
it's
dude.
always good to, it's like spread out your team, huh?
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, there's
Makes sense, right?
definitely, it does. I mean, there's definitely
Yeah,
ways about making projects and assisting people. Because I
yeah.
mean, there are projects that I've wanted to work with, but
Mm-hmm.
I do breeding loans with people because
Yeah.
either they've got the animal I want or I've got the animal they want. And
Mm-hmm.
we just go and say, well, why don't we just do a breeding loan, split the
Yeah.
babies 50-50 financially,
Yeah.
and that way everyone gets what they want and becomes happy.
Yeah. So I don't really, I mean, as up until to like this day, like I don't really understand, like people keep like secret or like trying to like derail other breeder for their like breeding project. I don't understand. Like tell them. I mean, to tell you the truth, like like this breeder that have a so-called secret, they don't have nothing.
Yeah. No,
They
because I
just
mean,
talk like, oh, I have this in the back, but you know, you don't have nothing.
it's like
You
sometimes,
know.
for example, some people release a new combo and keep quiet about
Mm-hmm.
it. Um, Prime example is, oh man, it's gone up my head now. Trade, I want to say trademark, but no, it's not that.
Mm-hmm.
They've got like what I think looks like to be a red axanthic combo. But
Mm-hmm.
the best way to describe it is: have you seen the pixel blood python? So the golden eye batik
Yeah.
blood. It actually looked very similar to that as a ball
Okay.
python, and
Okay.
so they're not being secret about the animal. They're just being secret about
Mm-hmm.
the genetics, which I mean I've got no problem with because
It's fine.
obviously you don't
It's
want
fine.
people to catch up with you, which is 100%. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but the fact is they're showing off the animal, they're creating the hype, and to me that's like
Mm-hmm.
such an awesome marketing strategy.
Yeah. I mean, again, you know, like every breeder have their own opinions or the way they do things, right? But let me explain from my end, okay? So let's say if I make something stupid, right? Because you have an okay. Let's take easy example, Pompeii, okay?
Yeah.
So let's say if I was the first one that produced that, right? And then let's say if I kept everything a secret, right? There's no point because think about it. Once you release or you know tell people what's in it, every gene that involves gonna help their value up.
Mhm.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Just you know look at that breast strap. It was garbage before. It was like $300. I bought I think like 8 female for like $400 before.
Oh.
Now it's like $2,000 easy.
Yeah.
Especially like half one maybe can go like even more.
Yeah.
Adult, right? So yeah. So that's one of the examples. So the point is this: you can keep a secret that's true, like hush hush, right? Well, first of all, you know, when you do like this marketing, right? When you want to build your brand or whatever, I understand that. But at the same time, you don't want to have people lose interest in the combos. You know what I mean? Because if they do not know, I mean, you know, people like us, we know like you know like what's in it, even though they try, oh, this is like secret, you know, bullshit, right? I don't
Yeah.
really care. So but at the same token, you have to keep maintaining this interest, right? Because if all of these newbie, you know, they don't they do not know like what's in it, they lose interest and they end up not following you,
Yeah.
you know, which is gonna end up jeopardizing like whatever project that you're working on, you know. So I mean, for me, like whatever that I make, like you know, combo wise, I tell them like what's in it. There's no like, oh, you have to wait like a year and then I'm gonna have this release video nonsense or whatever. I just tell them like what's in it.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, not many people have what I have, so I'm not really worried at all.
Mm.
You know, like people gonna try to produce the same thing, which is great because when people have that interest to produce the same combo that you just make, that means there's a demand out there,
Yeah.
which enhance means more money for you. So I mean, secret's gonna hurt you eventually, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but I mean, there are
Yeah.
different ways for people to do things.
Oh
But I
yeah.
mean, I
Yeah.
sometimes also think that people who don't always release, I'm just like talking about somebody who hits a new combo, for example.
Yeah.
And I sometimes feel like they don't release the genes because they themselves aren't 100% certain of what's in there. Because I mean,
Yeah. That's one other factor too.
no matter how good we think we are when it comes to
Yeah.
identifying animals, we're not always
Yeah.
going to be 100% accurate. And that is something that
Yes.
people need to be aware of. Because,
Yes.
prime example, I mean, look at leopard and pard together. There's sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I've seen leopard pards that go,
Uh-huh.
I'll be like, no, dude, that's a pod. Sell it as a pod. And I'll be like, after
Yeah.
a long time, I realized that it's actually a leopard pod.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
stuff like that is, we can't always get it 100% correct. So that's also sometimes
Yeah.
why I think people don't say what's all in there. But I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
also, again, like just a personal
Yeah.
opinion. Because I mean, we've all
Yeah.
made mistakes. We've all mess
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, you know, like whatever the reason behind it is, I think, being transparent, or like being, upfront, is much better, for the community, or even like for yourself, especially when you're trying to build your brand.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I look at it, I mean, let's say if you do not know or not sure like what's in it, then, at least, tell us what's the pairing,
To try to work
so
it out.
that's another way. Yeah, so even, like Justin himself, when he produced like this, like Super OD YB whatever, Gene X whatever, right? He doesn't really know for sure, but at least we know the pairing.
Yeah.
So when you are trying to buy the animals, you get an idea, right? That's probably one of the reasons too that I'm kind of like stay away from white snakes. I mean, they're beautiful, they sell like cupcake, but like combo wise, value wise, I don't see it, because it's really tough to tell, because even though if you know for sure, but if you miss one, you know how this hobby goes, they're gonna rail you like, oh, you said there's this gene, whatever. So I just don't want to deal with that stuff. But yeah.
Well, it's like I picked up a high OD NG ivory off Justin a few years back, and I finally got it in the country. He's my champion breeder already this season. He's already got his goals lined up. He's already going for it, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
The parents had cypress in it on the one side, on the dad's side. So, like, I'm looking at the animal going, well, is it cypress? Isn't it cypress? So that's where, when Justin and I both looked at it, we were both like, okay, well, it's Enchi, it's high OD, it's ivory. And that's where kind of both of us stopped. So I'm hoping he proves cypress, because that's also another gene that I would like in my collection. I mean, if he proves cypress, bonus for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I mean, again, it's how you go about identifying it, as you say. And people just must understand that everything is the best guess. And prime example as well as
scenario guess.
A prime example as well is, like, look at GHR and Spot Nose together. GHR like overpowers Spot Nose, except for one small little detail, and also Blackhead and Spider. It's almost a near looking normal snake, except for one or two differences. And so people need to understand mistakes happen, because I think I can't remember who it was. They bought a normal off Rolf Davis back in the day, and bred a normal to a pastel, and hatched out bumblebees, and they're trying to work out where bumblebees came from in the pairing. And then they realized that, like, well, there's blackhead looking animals. They're going, where the heck did this come from?
Yeah.
And I
mean,
it's
like a spider in it.
Yeah. And I mean, you go, and that was Rolf Davis, like one of the biggest names back in the day. He's still a big name to me. He's still one of the reasons why. And
he's one of the legend here.
One of the OGs. If I could track
that guy,
if I could track that man down and get him on one of these, I think
I'd he's really busy because he's doing construction on the site. So I don't know if he has the time, but
I mean, he would be just somebody I would love to chat to. He's been one of my idols. He was actually the first person I ever imported from as well.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So, but I'm going back like 11 years ago.
Time flies.
It does. Oh man.
Time flies.
Chris, if you don't mind, I'm going to slowly start wrapping this up. It is 8 p.m.
Sure.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a long day.
Okay.
But I really appreciate your time, taking your time out here.
Absolutely.
So for now, I'm just going to say, because this is where I'm going to cut the video from the editing. Thanks for coming. But just hold on one second.
Thank you for having me.
No, I really appreciate it. I just want to show you one animal before we do anything.
Okay,
just hold. Your thoughts on the whole scaleless stuff? What do you think it's something worth pursuing or not? Because personally, I like the scaleless head because it brings a lot of pattern, but I'm very scared of the scaleless animal because I know they require very big or require different what's the words I'm looking
setup.
for? That's it.
Husbandry.
Yeah.
No, that's not necessarily true. Scalers, they're easy to take care of.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you have to have like, someone 24/7 looking at the animals, So forget about all of those people that do not know what they're talking about. So okay, about the project. Um, in my in my theory, I think the scalars and that what is the other one? Um,
Microscale.
Microscale. I think they are the same. However, the visual head scalars between the two, the microscale doesn't have that heat pit, so it's kind of like
Okay.
just blank, right?
Yeah.
But so I have a friend that I'm gonna do a head microscale, yeah, to a head scalars and see if we're gonna get scalars.
Okay, that could be
So
interesting.
animals, yeah. So but then again, only time will tell. But as for now, in my own theory, like looking the animal itself, like comparing them, they're kind of like the same.
Mm.
And then, however, for the micro scale, the head, scalars from that line, right, from that thing, some of the extreme looks really, really cool. Like
Yeah.
you can see like that, like a defined, like a concave area on the belly, which is pretty
Yeah.
cool. I mean, some people scared like, oh my god, this animal is gonna die, but no, it looks really cool. So if you don't have the project, and then if you want to kind of like jump into the project, I would go with the micro scale route.
Mm. Yeah, that was
Because
the one that's the one I have been looking at.
yeah, so because the value wise is really good, because the scale is garbage right now, any type of line, but then the micro scale is gonna hold their value for at least for a couple of years, in my opinion.
Mm.
And then just like that, coral glow banana,
Yeah.
coral glow still kind of like hold their value for a little bit more time than banana just crashed to the garbage like right away. Same thing like micro scale and then the head scalers.
Yeah.
So the care is not that hard. I had the head scalers project before, um, but I saw like the whole thing because I knew it's gonna crash like really fast, and then I'm glad that I made that decision. So this is when the scalers was like 20, 23, 25,000 the visual,
Yeah.
not like like $500 right now. So I was so happy that I made that jump. But
Yeah.
if you haven't produced, because just like like white snakes, right? If you don't have it, you want one, you know what I
Mm.
mean? But if you already produce like so many, you just like kind of like sick of it. Same thing like scalers. I mean, just produce one. You have one at least, you can show it's a really like a showstopper.
Yeah.
People love that thing. It looks soft like a baby bottom kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've held the scaleless corn snakes, and
Mm,
that's kind of why I
it's kind
like
of
the
different.
project.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of
But
the same as not because like corn, well, scaleless corn snake, they still have that like a beads, right? Like
mm,
it's part of this. If ball pattern is smooth the whole around,
yeah.
it's like almost like really a slippery kind of thing.
Because
Really cool. So mhm,
yeah, because I
go
mean,
ahead.
there's somebody here in the country with scaleless head,
Okay.
but it was also just me just thinking the other day about it because I would
Mm-hmm.
love to get the project because, as I said,
Mm-hmm.
to me the scaleless head
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
throws such nice pattern variation, and to me that's more important than producing the scaleless animal.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just like yellow belly, right? I mean, having the yellow belly alone helps a lot, but
Mm,
you don't want to make ivory. So
yeah.
something like that, health scalers. Yeah, I have like in a couple like head scalers, like playing around, but I don't really focus on it right now because
Mm,
there's so many things going on. But yeah, it's a good it's a good project to have, but not to produce like happily on the scalers itself, because you have to. But then again, some people that understand it, they might buy it because there's a value in it. But some people that like do not know what they're doing, then obviously it's not for them. So it's not for everybody. Just like those high end project, it's not for everybody.
yeah.
So yeah, but if you don't have any, but if you want to go jump into the project, I would stick with micro scale.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
No, because
Yeah.
I know the micro scale, because I've seen and I've done a lot of research on that. The scaleless heads have only got like the scaleless head. The micro scale, from what I can understand, has got a completely different feel and texture to them, where the scales are more beaded. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And
So
then it seems like the hats scalers version from the micro scale tend to throw high expression on the hat itself.
yeah.
You see it like right there, so it's really constant.
Hmm.
So it's not like like head scaler. Sometimes you cannot even tell,
If it's heads
but
or not,
it's a
yeah.
head scalers. Yeah, so it's like random, almost like light, high contrast, whatever. But for micro scale, majority of the animals that are produced from the particular line always throw high contrast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was the last thing I was thinking about. I should have asked it earlier, but I mean, hey,
It's
you know
fine.
what? These things happen. The technical
Yeah.
glitches
Well,
this
you can,
evening.
yeah. Well, you can always chop it up and then
Yeah,
edit it.
that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow morning. I've got a lot on tomorrow morning. I've been doing a spring clean throughout my entire place. Now I've got to edit videos, I've got to write scripts for work. So yeah, I've got fun. I've got a fun time coming up.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, Chris, thanks again for taking the time
Yeah,
out.
absolutely. Thank you
Because
for
I
having me.
know
Yeah.
what it's like 11 a.m. there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Saturday, so yeah.
Yeah.
I have time.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking the time, because I mean, you could have easily have slept in, had a good morning, just chilled in bed.
Oh, no. Yeah. I'm an early morning person, so yeah.
Okay, awesome. No, Chris, again, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And
you're welcome.
Yeah, we'll definitely be doing this again. But I'll send you those pics on Instagram now quickly about that animal that I spoke about and I showed you.
Yeah.
And there was something else. The firefly candy. I'll send you an updated photo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Cool. Thanks, Chris. Have a great
all right,
day.
brother.
All right.
Thank you so much. You too.
Yes. Bye.